Alright, so a little bit of invoice camera. We already made holes. You guys seeing the brackets. So these are the lower brackets for the FXLRST. Had to drill it out. There's the drill bit. Drilled out new holes. You can see that it doesn't line up. The placement of the fairing, it's really close to the tank. I like how it looks with the closer tight with the gap not being so yeah, noticeable. Okay, there was a huge gap. You could, like I said, you could always adjust this, but I prefer to have a tighter gap between the fuel tank and the fairing. So we went ahead, like I said, drilled out the holes. This is the same brackets. I had to also change my engine guard so I could make these work. So you guys can see the lower bracket is mounted like I mentioned earlier before the battery died. If you guys notice in the video, there's a weld preventing this bolt from going all the way through. So that's an issue with this bracket. That's probably not going to be the same with your guys' bracket, but the weld that holds the nut onto the bracket is welded on the inside, and it's not letting the what bolt is this, 7/16 going through. It doesn't allow it to go through. So I had to, of course, use a different bolt. This is a 1/4 inch bolt, I believe, that was able to go all the way through. I'm still, like I said, tweaking. If you guys noticed, I have JB weld on these pieces of plastic because this one was broken. So I added JB weld, and just to kind of premature any wear or any breakage, I went ahead and I just added JB weld on all of these just to, you know, be on the safe side. I did notice on the Advent Black channel, or I did notice on the Advent Black Facebook page, the group, somebody had one of these break on their Advent Black FXLRST Fairing. So like I said, just doing this as a precaution, just to come, you know, just to give it extra strength. This was a little brittle, so like I said, this was the one that broke. I added a bunch of JB weld, sanded it down a little bit, gave it a little bit of adhesion, and that's that. So we're pretty much finished installing the inner fairing. This thing is solid. You guys noticed right here. Let me show you on the inside what that looks like. You can see it doesn't stand out too much, but I mean, if you're planning to relocate your turn signals down here, you can see how that looks. All right, I don't think it's gonna work. I have 17-inch bars, so hopefully, I'm hoping that I don't have to relocate my turn signals, because I'm not gonna be able to use this down here. I'm gonna have to find a different location to mount it if I do have to. Alright, so there it is. The batteries, I have this on a power brick, but there's the fairing. I just gotta clean it up. These are not cranked down like crazy. This is just finger tight pretty much. You do not want to over tighten this. I'm not sure where these bolts are at. Oh, what the heck, something's missing here. Maybe a little clip goes in there. I had to look at the box of hardware. So I still have the 2 bolts that go down here. The reason why is because the little deflectors go down there, so I got to put that on there. So I gotta tighten this up a little bit more. Let's go ahead and just twist it. Yeah, you're not supposed to be, you're not supposed to go crazy on these because these are just plastic on it. So like I mentioned earlier, in one of the videos, of course, in one of the posts from Advent Black group, I think that's what happened. They must have put Loctite or something, because you're not supposed to use Loctite on ABS, on raw ABS, and I believe it probably ate away at the ABS, and I think that's what happened. That's what I believe. I think they either over torqued these and it broke over time, or it was probably the Loctite. I'd be very cautious using Loctite on the inside of this fairing, because if you've seen my videos, I had a saddlebag fail on me or break because I had Loctite dripping on the inside of the saddlebag, and it dripped on the saddlebag, and because it was a raw saddlebag, it ate away the the ABS and it destroyed the saddlebag. Alright, so there you have it. That's the install of the FXLRST with the Penzoma flared windshield. Looks pretty solid. It's just, it looks a little iffy right here. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if it's the windshield or if it's the fairing, or maybe I probably put something in that's not correct or something. I don't know. You have a little bit of overspray in here. That's bizarre. I thought it masked it up pretty good. But there it is. Here's the Power James LP6 bracket. I'm not a fan of how far this sticks out, so I'll probably try to modify it. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm gonna try to trim it, get it recessed inside. If not, I'll use the different bracket. So far there is a little bit of some flaws, but I'll do that in a motovlog, or you know what, let's just go ahead and do it in this video. The bracket, the lower bracket right here, of course you guys saw I had to modify it. The way it's mounted onto the bike, it interferes with my forks. Of course I have inverted forks, so they're wider, thicker. I am unable to, you can see right there, you see where it hits. So that's the lower bracket. Like I said, all of this has been modified to fit a Sportster. None of this is supposed to be on a Sportster. But I'm guessing maybe if I put a spacer, move this a little bit closer to the inside of the engine guard, move it over about maybe an inch or inch and a half, I might have a little bit more clearance. As of right now, the fork does lock up, I believe. So let me go ahead and try that out. And it's a little difficult because of my throttle lines. Because of the bracket itself, it's pushing my throttle lines on the inside, so I'll probably have to figure that out after. But I'm almost certain, because I did try, I tried the bracket, the fork lock before I did my final adjustments. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's just I don't have full tilt of my front end. That's the only issue right now. I took this out for a ride last night. The thing handles amazing. Alright, I've also ended up scratching the inside of the fairing. You guys can see that right there with, of course, my Memphis Shades Road Warrior. Before I did the final tight down, it did clear, but I'm guessing now that I've fully tightened it down, I'm rubbing up against the inner fairing. Not a big deal. I mean, it's on both sides. So if you look at that side right there, the camera's gonna pick it up. So you can see it right there, of course. Rubbed up, so you know the fairing is sitting even in the middle. It's not lopsided or anything like that. We have even scratches on both sides of the fairing. I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, those are the only issues so far. I took this thing out for a test ride last night at 10 p.m. Got off of work and I was dying to get on the bike, so we took it out, and the thing handled amazing. I mean, there's no noises, nothing like that. I'm just surprised on how well the bike handled without the windshield. So we're going to, of course, take it out for another test ride with the windshield, see what it's all about. Like I said, it doesn't have the bezel right here, so you guys can probably decide if that's a deal breaker. Like I mentioned in the install, that could be a deal breaker. And I believe the what's it called, the Clockworks, they don't have this opening on the design. It's a solid seal like on this side. So I don't know, that could be also something else, you know, that will help you decide on the windshield. But Power James bracket for 50 bucks, save yourself a ton of money. Just get this. The windshield itself, that was also on sale, got it for I believe 150. The Clockworks, of course, you're looking at 250 bucks. The bracket from somebody else, the LP6, you're looking at, I believe, at 150. We're saving some money, guys. And that's pretty much it. You guys can see that this is all dirty. I left this outside when I was painting, so I got a ton of overspray on. I thought it'd be safe where I had it at. I thought it'd be safe, but of course it's got overspray now, so that's pretty jacked up. The reason why I didn't paint the inside, because I wasn't too sure if I was gonna like the fairing. But you know, now that I've ridden it, and you know, because I was worried about a few things, so we'll do that in a different video about my thoughts and stuff like that. So life's a risk. Thanks for tuning in. I do have videos on the bracket, but I'm not a fabricator, so I'll probably do a video on just, you know, how to do it, kind of give you guys an idea. Like I said, we'll do a motovlog. All right, do a motovlog and I'll walk around and stuff like that. So life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Thanks for tuning in with this install of a FXLRST Fairing on a Sportster. This is, of course, not going to really help anybody, because this is a one-of-one install, my own bracket and the fairing that's all modified to fit the Sportster. So stay tuned for the motovlog, the impressions. Life's a risk. Out there and ride. Later.